So here's my console collection. I think it's about time I went over all this stuff for you guys. Starting over here is my Nintendo. All my Nintendo stuff. I got my NES, courtesy of my girlfriend, and original Game Boy. And then I got my Nintendo 64. Not a very big fan, but it's got its good ones. My Game Boy Color I've had since I was a little kid. Still play that every day. Then I moved up to a Game Boy Advance, and then the Game Boy Advance SP. Had all these since I was a little kid. And my greatest Christmas present ever was my GameCube. It's the Platinum Edition, and I've got the Game Boy Advance player. For those of you who don't know, you can take literally any game for the Game Boy and just plug it right in here in the bottom. And then there's a disc that would go in the top to let you play them. And I just swear, it's a lot more fun playing your Game Boy games on the big screen than it is sitting there trying to look at the little black and white color screens or whatever. And then I've got my Nintendo Wii that I got when it came out. Actually, I think I got it in a year later, like 07. But still, it's pretty fun. And I use it sometimes. I use it a lot more now that I modded it. And you can just plug a USB flash drive in the back of it that has any game you want. So I can play backup games. So I got every game I wanted. And this is kind of mine. It's my girlfriend's Nintendo DSi. I really don't care for the DSi. The system, I don't know, it's just something about the software that I don't really like. Anyways, moving on to Sega, I have my Genesis. I got that at the flea market not too long ago. And my cousin brought over a bunch of games for me, so now I'm starting a game collection for that. I only have one controller, so my fighting games aren't that much fun when there's no one to play with. This is one of my favorites, is the Dreamcast. I remember these when I was a little kid, but I had never really played one until now. Probably about a year ago. And it's a lot of fun. If you play Sonic, or especially Crazy Taxi, I mean, this thing is just super fun. So you guys should find some of those. And then Microsoft. I've got my original Xbox. This is not my original. I got this from a friend. I think I paid like $6 for that. It's in great condition. I thought about changing that maybe to blue or red. Do some case mods for it, but I still play Halo and all the original games on this. And this is my newest console, my 360. I got this at a very, very low price. And sorry, my hand shook a little bit. I don't have any games for it yet, nor do I have controllers or wires. I just have the console. The disk drive had problems opening, but I fixed it. And I tested it, and now everything works fine on it. Everything's been clean, it's wiped down. I opened it up, cleaned out the inside. So yeah, I'm hoping to have some fun with that. I'm more of a PlayStation guy, but I'll give it a try. I'll give Xbox a shot. And speaking of PlayStation, I've got the original. Now this one, trying to get it to work, I ended up pretty much frying the thing, so this is trash. I just keep it for, I was thinking about designing my own case, and by the time I get another one, I already have a cool custom case to throw on it, so I'm keeping that for that reason. And this is the epitome of my childhood, the PS1. Now, a lot of you are probably like, well, I thought that was the PS1. No, that is the PlayStation. Sony came out with the PS1 in '98, and they advertised it as a whole nother console. It actually has a 64-bit processor. That's only 32-bit, so this is almost on par with the Nintendo 64, which plays games smoother, and not much of a difference, but it's a lot more fun and more reliable. I grew up with this, so it's my favorite of all. I have Spyro, Crash, Bandicoot, all those cool fun games. And I got this, I think, for $6 at a thrift store. That's not my original. I sold that a long time ago, and I got this just because I saw it. And then I've got my PlayStation 2, my Slim that I've had since, oh gosh, since I was like 6 years old. This was one of my favorites to get other than my GameCube, because I had asked for a PlayStation one Christmas and I got a GameCube instead, which was a bigger surprise because I had actually wanted the GameCube more. And I had a lot more fun with that. But then once I got this, my friend had a bunch of games, and we both had PlayStation 2s, and we had, sometimes we'd play online, fight people like Splinter Cell and stuff like that, or Star Wars Battlefront was a big one. And next to that, my most recent Christmas, I just got the PlayStation 3, the Super Slim. Now this, I've got Grand Theft Auto. Funnest game I've ever played, hands down. If you haven't played Grand Theft Auto, you should. If you don't have a PlayStation 3 and you're an Xbox fanboy, well then I don't know what to tell you. You've probably also got Grand Theft Auto. There's not much of a difference between PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, other than that plays HD DVDs and this runs on Blu-ray DVDs, so I guess graphics are a little bit better, but they've tuned into the Xbox a lot more, probably because it's older. And they've both got their good exclusives. I'm on the fence on this one. I really don't know which one's better. They're both about the same. And then I've got my PSP I got from a friend. It's the Darth Vader edition. I love it. I got like 3 games for this, not too many. I got, of course, Battlefront. But yeah, this thing's a lot of fun. So yeah, that's about all my consoles.